All right, I'm at the Summerwind house in Nampa, and I wanted to kind of just give you guys a vibe for the neighborhood here too. Um, so this road at the end of the block that is Midland Boulevard, which is somewhat of a thoroughfare here, but you're far enough away. There's a little bit of traffic noise, but it's not bad. I mean, as far as a rental, I don't think it would affect it. The houses on this block are all pretty well cared for. You're one block in, and the house itself is in a cul-de-sac here, but you can see these are pretty well cared for houses. It's a pretty nice one just to the right of it, but this is the house in question here. I'll walk up a little closer here and give you a little bit of a view of the exterior. It's got kind of a funky look from the street, but it's definitely unique, not necessarily in a bad way. There's like an RV parking pad here. You can see they've got a car back there, but a little bit of space on the side of the house here. It's got a pretty new AC compressor here. I don't know this brand, Intertech, and it obviously has not been maintained, but this thing can't be more, I don't know, is there a tag on this one? Let's see. I don't see a manufactured date on here. But it's pretty new. I mean, I would guess within a couple years, and I'll go in and show you the furnace. The furnace was installed at the same time, so it looks like they redid the whole system. Just, I want to give you a look at like some of the siding and stuff. There's definitely some deferred maintenance here. Kind of an older hollow core steel garage door, but it seems to be in good shape. The roof looks like it's in pretty good shape. I think there are two layers on there, but you can see it probably could stand to be, well, yeah, the house could stand to be painted. These are probably original windows. Look like they're dual pane, but I think that they probably have lost their seal. This side of the house doesn't look too bad. Anyhow, into the house. Walk in here, there's kind of this elevated entryway here. You can see it's like 5 by 10 feet or so, about a foot high. It steps down, but you can see this is all laminate flooring that's in poor condition, and that a lot of that's through the house. And then it looks like carpet was in here at one time, and they just pulled the carpet up and threw this laminate flooring down and didn't do anything with the baseboards because there's a space there where carpet would normally slide under the baseboards. So there's some drywall work that needs to be done in here. Probably almost all the flooring needs to be replaced. You can see this is probably amateur work putting this trim in. They never filled or painted or anything. But those are all relatively inexpensive fixes. That's the kind of stuff I like to see when I'm looking at a house. I'm going to back up here so you get a feel for the whole place. But you walk in, there's kind of a living room space here to the left, dining room straight ahead. You can kind of see through that little nook. That's where the staircase is to the upstairs. There's a coat closet here that's pretty deep. It's probably 8 feet deep, 3 feet wide. And then the garage is through here, but they've built this little laundry room in what once was part of the garage. It's, let's see, 6 by 10, counting the tiles. And then this door will take us to the garage, which you can't tell, I'm sure, from here, but it's not very deep with this little laundry room built in here. You could probably get a car on this side, but you probably couldn't open this door to get into the house if the car were here. You could put a car on this side. It goes all the way back. You can see newer water heater, newer furnace. Let me see if there's a date on here. There we go. It was permitted in 2014. Both the water heater and the HVAC, summer of 2014. Here's the service panel. Looks pretty small, but anyhow, nothing very exciting there. But I'll make some suggestions as we're walking through the house. If you guys were to pick this place up and work on it, first and foremost, I would take this wall out where this laundry room is, and I'm assuming they probably just put like some 2x10s in here to lift this floor up for some reason. I would leave the laundry in here, but it would be down at the floor level. You'd get rid of this wall and you'd get back the parking space. I don't know why it would be done this way. That'd be one suggestion that I would make. Okay, heading over here into some of the living space. As you can see, you take another step up here. So there's a lot of like up and down, sunken and raised spaces in the house. At the base of the stairs, there's just a little linen closet here, standard size. If you come straight ahead, you'll notice there's no baseboards in a lot of the house. And all of this laminate flooring is in really terrible shape. So it's a regular bedroom here, except for the fact that it's purple. It's a good sized room for an extra room. It's probably 15 by 12 feet. You got a larger than normal closet here. This opening is, I think, probably 7 feet wide. Original window kind of looking out the side of the house. You got a red octopus with a top hat there, which is an upgrade, of course. This is probably a new thermostat that went in when the HVAC went in. It's perfectly fine. This is the hall bath downstairs, and it's in pretty rough shape too. You can see almost all these tiles are broken. Grout's coming out. I would put money down saying that they did not put a concrete base under these tiles. Usually this is what happens when the base isn't properly done. The surround is some older, probably original 1980s tile, but it's actually in good shape. I mean, for what it is, it looks good. I probably wouldn't mess with that. You can see there's a little moisture damage, probably just from the shower. Some kind of amateur drywall patching there, but it's not bad. The texture doesn't really match up in some spots, but that's an easy fix and you might not even bother with it. But older vanity here, probably could use some new life. I mean, this is a big bathroom. There's no reason why you wouldn't even have a dual vanity in there if you wanted. If you're gonna replace the vanity, you might as well. This thing's at least 6 feet long. You can just see, I mean, a little bit of abuse and neglect. There's a bunch of holes in the walls from old stuff that's been hung up here that were never patched. Just kind of dirty trim, switches, that kind of stuff. Here's the second bedroom down here. Again, this is a bigger bedroom, probably 12 by 12 or so for this one. It's got a big closet on this side. This one's actually deeper than the other one. Didn't see where the access to this crawl space was. It might be under here, but I don't want to mess with their stuff. Typically, I like to look at the crawl space and get an idea of the condition down there. So coming back around through the living room here, we'll go over to the kitchen. The dining room, the tile layout is funky, but it looks like it's actually pretty well done. There's just a mix of tiles that I wouldn't normally think to do, but as you can see, you step up again into the kitchen and dining room. But you can see here, just same kind of thing. The kitchen itself, functional, not very beautiful. The cabinets have definitely seen better days, but you might be able to get by just with painting these cabinets. Some broken tile and register there, and again, kind of a funky mix of tile sizes and shapes and stuff going on here. But I mean, the kitchen's functional. Looks like the appliances are in reasonable condition. Some paint, maybe a countertop, might do quite a bit of good in here. It's going to be hard to find something that this tile complements, but anyhow, totally functional. The yard, not great, but again, that's an easy fix. But you can see it's got kind of a funky shape. This is the neighbor's house where this swing set is. This is not part of the same property. So this yard is a weird shape for sure, but it's a decent size yard. Couple big nice trees that probably could stand to be cleaned up and trimmed back a little bit. Getting a little bit close to the house and getting a little unruly, but there's a little fire pit here. You could probably make this backyard look pretty nice for not too much. Patio, it's got decent sized patio. This is probably 40 by 8 feet. Obviously a lot of leaves and cleanup needs to be done. And then you've got this huge wall here where the bedroom is. And I'll take you guys up to the master, but you can see like the exterior here, not in great shape. This is an old fiberboard siding that it's gone a long time without being painted or maintained. I'm sure you could get some more life out of it with some paint, but it at some point will probably have to be replaced. All right, heading up the stairs. Back up the step here. The lighting's kind of bad, but got it. You can see this. Stairs are, I can't tell if it's a wood floor that's been painted brown or something, but kind of interesting. Again, no trim. Master bedroom. It's a decent size. From this entry here, this is, gosh, at least 15 feet probably by 12, just to give you a feel. So your bathroom is over there. Got a window overlooking the neighborhood there. I'll walk through. So this throughway here is the closet, and it's just kind of a long, narrow closet. I don't know, 5 by 5 feet probably. And then this is that room, extra room that was on the layout. And the wiring in here is interesting. So they had some specific use for this. You can see there's 4 outlets in the middle of the wall there. There's outlets all over the walls here. There's a drain and supply lines plumbed in here. I'm almost wondering if this was like a dark room for film development or something. Somebody's filled this with expanding foam, which I don't know why you would do that, but that could probably be easily remedied. More outlets along the wall here. We'll go back and look at it, and there's like a shelf along the length of the room here. Obviously they've been keeping cats in here. I think cats have scratched at that window. But let's go back and look at the bathroom. Oh, I meant to mention too, there's hardwood floors here, which are in pretty decent shape. I can't tell if they're engineered or if it's solid hardwood, but they don't look too bad. Master bathroom. Pretty basic, but do the job. It's got a kind of a cheap plastic surround here, an old, is that fiberglass tub. This is not actual tile. It's like linoleum tiles. Little vanity, like a 24 by 24 inch vanity. There's a teeny little cabinet there, and your stool. So that's it. I mean, it's totally functional if it were 2 people up here. So you asked about how you might gain access to that room over here to create another bedroom. And I had a couple thoughts on how you might do that. One would be taking this closet. You can see that there's about 2 feet of wall space over there. If you were to move access to this flush up against that wall and create a hallway, you would still have a room for a small closet on the side, and you could walk through this hallway into another bedroom here. And this would still be a reasonably sized bedroom. You'd have at least 10 by 12 feet, but it would be a small closet because you'd be dividing this space, which is about 4 by, it'll end up being 4 by like 8 feet, into 2 little closets. So there's that. One other idea that I had would be, and then what I would do in that same scenario is I would wall this off and probably move the vanity against the wall that you just moved off. And then now this would become your master bedroom. Cut a hole in the wall right here, and you would access the bathroom through here. So your master is in this back corner, and then this just becomes another hall bedroom right here. You could probably do the same type of thing by creating a hallway. That wouldn't work, I was gonna say on the other side, but you lose a bunch of space that way. That's probably the best way to do it, would be to just make this a hallway. Basically from where this door starts right here, you'd have a wall coming all the way across here, and you just create a hallway. So when you come to the top of the stairs, you turn into a hall rather than into this room. And you'd still have 2 reasonably sized bedrooms up here. And I think you could do that relatively inexpensively. You'd probably have to have a little bit of help from an engineer just to ensure that everything is supported properly. But I'm guessing from the way that the roof goes, one of these walls here, either this one or that one is probably load bearing, but you wouldn't really be getting rid of either of those walls. You'd just be changing the access point, which would just require a small support beam, and I think you'd be fine. Anyhow, I think there's some potential